You are now smelling the StenchCast.
What's that smell?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to StenchCast. We are your hosts, Pench.
And Smench.
And today, we're playing nothing because both of our PCs can't stop being worthless pieces of fucking dog shit and crashing every time we ask them to exist.
Yeah, you'll be lucky if you're even seeing any of our footage.
Hey, Joe, we're gonna do a little role play for a minute, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna play the part of my PC, and then I'll do the same for you.
Okay.
All right, booting up my PC. Hey, can you open Opera GX for me quick? Oh!
All right, it's
You
open.
okay?
All
right, now you go.
I really hurt my throat there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be sore. All right, I'm gonna, I think I'm just gonna chillax, play some GTA, go driving around. Let me open up GTA real quick. Oh, well, I guess I'll play tomorrow.
Alright, okay. My fucking game went, I thought it froze for a minute, and I immediately thought my fucking PC crashed.
That's so real.
It was just that, all of the cars around me, because I was looking downward, there were, 2 cars around me, and both of them were stopped. And so nothing was moving, and I thought my game froze.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We've been having a lot of PC troubles lately. I've gone into some pretty good detail about mine, where my computer just randomly decides, I think it's time to shut off now.
Yep.
You may actually do this. They're kind of loud at the moment.
What happened?
My fans are just very loud right now.
I don't hear them picking up, so on my end they're pretty good.
But, hold on. I'm gonna check my funny PC temps.
PC temps. It's like 1,000,000 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. No, it's 68.
That's pretty good for running a game.
Yeah, GTA of all games as well.
Pretty normal.
Yeah. But,
Oh.
yeah, my PC randomly decides that it's going to just hard crash out of nowhere. Usually, the first time I boot up my PC for the day, I'll open a game, it'll be open for maybe 12 seconds, then it'll immediately hard crash, and then I'll be good for the rest of the day until, the next time I boot my PC up, because I just turn it off at night. I might very well just stop fucking turning it off, it's being this much of a piece of shit.
Yep.
But Joe's has also been doing the same lately, and I think mine's a power issue. I think the same for Joe, but he is very insistent that it's not a... Yeah.
It really isn't.
Yeah. Joe's a sidekick for PCs, I guess.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, it's like doing the same, but not the same. Because it's doing the funny crashing, but not when I boot it, or, turn it on. But that could also just be because I always leave mine on, so I'm not turning it on. But,
Right.
the only two consistent things I've noticed when it crashes is that I'm playing a game and that I'm in Discord. No other time. I thought one of those consistencies was that I had OBS open and I was running replay buffer, which
All my fans just quieted down.
which is where I used to do the funny clipping and such. But the very last time, which was last night, where it crashed 2 times in a row playing GTA, I realized that no, that was not the case, because the last time it crashed, I was not playing GTA, or OBS was not open. So I ain't know what the fuck going on there, but it's either. Well, I think it may just be something with Discord even, because I play games on my own and nothing goes wrong. But if I'm playing a game in Discord, and God forbid I'm playing a multiplayer game, even a fucking single player game at that, I'm just not allowed. I'm just gonna fucking crash the game real quick. I'm gonna crash the entire PC rather. Boot it up, start over. Idiot.
Real?
Yeah.
Open up your PC, find out your CPU as Goudfoot.
Yeah, like I look in and my CPU's just gone, and there's just like scuff marks where it was, like it exploded, like pieces of metal all over the inside of my case. Like, oh,
My PC has trench foot. No.
guys, I think I may have found the problem.
Just a random gun stuffed into the computer.
Yeah, my CPU shot itself. Couldn't handle.
Real.
Couldn't deal.
Okay. I feel like it is definitely going to pick up on the recording how loud my fucking fans are being.
Maybe you were recording because I don't hear your fans at all. But that's another thing. We're both recording this time. Just in case one of us crashes, we still have the episode. And if both of us crashes, well, you're not gonna get an episode. I'm sorry. Well, you won't even be hearing this. So if you're hearing this, then you're welcome. You have an episode. But,
I'm gonna actually check.
Buddy, hey, yeah. Alright, well, he's going to check that. I'm playing, I didn't mention, but I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 2. I've mentioned in probably the past 2 episodes that, you know, Kingdom Hearts finally came on Steam. And here I am playing it. I've already beaten the first game twice. So that's why I'm playing the second one. Well, I guess the fourth one, if we're talking about actual chronological order. But,
Oh!
yeah?
Yeah, that might fucking do it.
We may have found a problem.
Hold on.
Alright, holding on.
I'm gonna end my recording quick. You just keep talking.
Yeah,
I found out the loose cord under my GPU, which, don't ask me why it's there, I don't know, but I have zip ties now, so I should be able to just put it somewhere. It is stopping one of my fucking GPU fans. Which could explain the really weird crash that I had earlier when I first opened GTA. So I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn off my computer so I can work on it.
Alright. Well, while he's gone, I'm gonna entertain everyone here with a funny work story from yesterday. And also, if you hear the funny Discord leave sound, you don't have to check Discord. That's just Jordan leaving. It's gonna take a minute for him to actually leave Discord, but it's just Jordan, so don't worry. But yeah, funny work story from yesterday. I say funny, but it's quite horrific. It's more of a horror story, subway horror story. So I was making a sandwich. And it was a turkey sandwich, and I was putting the turkey on the sandwich, as you do to make a turkey sandwich. And I notice there's something foreign that should not be on the sandwich that's currently on the sandwich. And upon further investigation, I find that this foreign object on this turkey sandwich is none other than a fly. And, you know, it's pretty normal for flies to be around, especially with food product. You know, we've had a fly buzzing around the workplace for a couple days now. So, you know, I didn't think much of it. I tried to swat at it. No, there goes Jordan. Don't check your Discord, it's fine. But I didn't think much of it. You know, I tried to swat away at it, you know, thinking it just landed there. It didn't move. So that's when I realized, no, it was just a dead fly. There was just a dead fly on the sandwich. And it didn't just fall there, so it was just sitting in the turkey. It's dead fly just sitting in the turkey. And yeah, the funny dead fly in the turkey. I obviously just left the fly on there and served it to the customer for extra protein. For legal reasons, I didn't do that. I don't know if that could get me actually like fired. If for some reason any Subway corporate's listening, I did not leave the fly on the turkey. I did not do that. But for funny reasons, I left the fly on the sandwich and I served it to the customer, and I even made him pay extra. For the extra fly, extra protein. I charged him for a deluxe turkey sandwich. So he should be thankful that I did that. It was also a state state trooper. It's a state trooper. I served him a dead fly on a sandwich. Not legally. Legally, I didn't serve him a dead fly. But yeah, that was epic funny work story from yesterday. And oh, I actually just realized that Jordan here is gonna start having funny work stories again, because he started working a couple days ago, I think. I don't remember exactly what day, but he started working a few days. I probably should have saved, whatever. But he started working, so he'll probably have some epic funny work stories here in the near future. So that'll be awesome. An epic. Alright, this guy just shot me with a gun. But, let's see what else I got for... I could just exhaust my... Actually, what am I kidding? I already exhausted all my stories for today. I really had nothing. But... I'll try and think of something as I'm keeping you here. I'm gonna die. I'm fine. Let's see. What did I... Oh, funny. No, I'll wait till Jordan gets back to tell that one. Let's see. Has anything happened since well, anyway, I'll talk about Kingdom Hearts, I guess, since that's what I'm playing. I'm in Kingdom Hearts 2. As you can see, I'm playing the second one, as I said. I beat the first one. When I first got the game, I beat the first one, you know, I played through it normally. And then I replayed it to get the 2 achievements, to get the beat the game in under, I think it's like 12 hours or something, 10 hours maybe. And I got that one in conjunction with the beat the game without changing any equipment, which would normally just make the game extraordinarily hard, because not only do you not get to change equipment, but you have to rush to the end of the game, which means you don't get, like, too many level ups, or, like, you can't, like, take your time to do side... you fucking worthless piece of shit. I have to do all of that over again. I don't know if there's an achievement in this one for beating the game without loading a save. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Oh, okay, thank God. I just did all that grinding. I didn't want that to go to shit. Fuck that. Anyway, I was playing the first one through, you know, to get the 2 achievements I mentioned, and you know I did, but I played it on beginner. That's what I was getting to. I was saying how it's really hard, but I played it on beginner because I'm a little pussy baby, so it was not too hard to do. And the thing with the first game is I played the Kingdom Hearts 1 so much that I know pretty much everything, not everything about the game, but I like basically where to go. Like, if you put me in the game and I'll just go through I'll skip every cutscene, but I'll still know exactly what to do, like where to go, what fucking boss I need to fight at that moment. I've played it so much. The second one that I'm playing now, however, it's a bit different because I have not played it as much as I've played the first one, so I will sometimes get lost or like not know where I'm going or what I have to do, but you know, it's fine. I still enjoy it. I'm not here to like absolutely just like plunder the fucking game for all it's worth in like 2 seconds. I do like to enjoy the game. I think I'm like 6 hours into this save. 5.5, not even. Okay. So I'm 5.5 hours into the save. And for where I'm at, I think I am going pretty fast, but again, I'm skipping all the cutscenes. I've seen them a lot. I've seen a bunch. I'll probably play them through again and watch all the cutscenes another time, but right now just ain't that time. And you know, it's definitely, I was gonna say it's definitely a game that you have to like have a certain liking for, but that's pretty much every game. But you know, funny RPG with Disney characters and Final Fantasy characters. Like, I'm fucking rocking with Jack Sparrow and Goofy. Actual dream team right here. Like, you can do anything in the world with these 2 on your team. But which actually, yeah, I should go into funny valor form for the fight, but you know, I'm stupid, idiot, dumbhead. And I was talking about this game. What was I just saying about the game? who cares? I'll start over. Earlier, when I checked my save or my inventory or status, whatever, fervently after I died like a moron idiot, I was doing some funny grinding because in this game, you know, you have your funny drive forms here, which I can only do Valor because each form requires like taking your teammates and just like murdering them and putting them in a blender and drinking their fuel to turn you into like super beast. That's not actually, I guess, but yeah, you sacrifice a teammate for a form where you can like do more power or like magic, as you see like the stats change and whatnot, except for wisdom magics. It's fine. I don't use summons. Summons suck. Like, who cares? Well, actually, they don't suck. They're probably like goated, but I just don't use them. But yeah, you can see the experience is max level 0. It's not max level, but it cuts you off, so you can't get too overpowered. But I was grinding XP for those, and I really like the drive forms in this game because the way you get XP is different from just regular XP. Because, you know, regular XP, you just kill an enemy, you get XP. That's simple. But with drive forms like Valor form, I'm pretty sure it's based off of like how many hits you get. Like for every hit, 1 hit is 1 XP, which is pretty cool. The wisdom form is for like every heartless you kill. Then there's master and final form. Master form is for every like little drive ball you pick up, which is kind of like how you pick up like little MP or health orbs that heal you and restore your MP. The drive balls just restore your drive, which is what you use to go into those forms. And master form, each like drive ball you pick up is 1 XP. Well, I think if the different sizes of the little pickups are like more value, so I think like whatever value that has is how much XP you get. And then funny final form is it's for every nobody you kill, which is a different type of enemy. Introduced in this game, actually. Well, kind of introduced in the in Chain of Memories, which is like I think the 3rd game in the series, or even the 2nd. I don't know. It's really confusing, but basically another enemy type. For every one of those you kill, it's in 1 XP. It's really cool and clever. I like it. And each form, you know, gives you different abilities and powers and whatnot, and it's really unique. And obviously right now I'm fighting like fucking skeleton pirates. That really doesn't like... That's like none of the things I mentioned, like none of the enemies. But this is funny Pirates of the Caribbean world, so you know. You fight pirates. I actually really like the Pirates of the Caribbean world in the 3rd Kingdom Hearts game because you get to drive around a boat, and that's pretty cool. I haven't played that one in a while. I can't wait to get to that one. I don't know. I enjoyed it the first time I played it, but I remember going back to play and I was like, yeah, the other 2 are way better. It's still a pretty good game, but it definitely pales in comparison to the fucking PS2 games. What else? What else can I go on about? It's taken quite a while for this man to get back. He's not even... Oh, you know what? Last time? I say last time, this was like 20 minutes ago before we started. Before we started the episode, he crashed, and he had to like restart his PC like 6 different times or whatever because it just wasn't turning on properly. I don't really know. But he'll be back, and then he'll have funny stories. I'll let him take the floor because I've just been ranting about Kingdom Hearts. No one cares about Kingdom Hearts. I say that as I'm like ranting about it. I obviously care about it. But I can talk about my controller actually because it ties into Kingdom Hearts a little bit, but it's its own little thing. So, funny Kingdom Hearts, no, immediately right back on it. I mean, my funny controller time, I was having a bit of an issue with it. You know, I'm a absolute rager at games. I get really angry really easily because I'm a little baby and I don't know how to handle my anger. But yeah, I was playing Monster Hunter a while ago. But this is way before Kingdom Hearts came out. But I was playing Monster Hunter, and I got mad and, you know, hit my controller, thought it broke. I think I may have mentioned this already, but there's more to the story. But I'll repeat this in case I haven't. But basically, I was playing Monster Hunter, and I screwed up a little bit and threw my controller and beat it severely, and I thought it was broken forever, and I would never play Kingdom Hearts ever again. Alright, that just didn't heal him. That's fine. I didn't want to heal him anyway. Can I put him a potion? I can. Oh yeah, do that. Funny reaction. But yeah, my controller, I didn't think it worked, but I plugged it in and it worked fine, and I was able to play Kingdom Hearts, and I was really happy. But the more recent thing, which is the added to the story a bit that I was talking about, was I was actually playing Kingdom Hearts and did the exact same thing where I thought I broke my controller. This is when I was playing my second playthrough of the first game, and I was like right towards the end, and some of those fights really do get hard towards the end of the first game, especially if you're like not high enough level, which I was like a couple levels below what I should have been because I was speedrunning. But I got pretty heated at the fight, and I threw my controller across the room, and I once again thought I broke it because the cable wasn't staying in the controller, and I just every like 2 seconds it would just disconnect it. I had to like refinagle it, and the funny pause button, it doesn't work. I obviously fixed the cable issue, which I think it was just the cable itself was a bit bent, because I bent it back a little bit, and it just wasn't going in far enough. So I bent it back. It went in perfectly fine. It works perfectly fine. Everything's awesome and cool and such. And yeah, so I fixed that. But the one thing I didn't fix was the pause button, which if you may have noticed, I've been pausing a lot, so I obviously fixed it. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't fix it? You obviously fixed it. I didn't. It's still like, okay, well, it does work, but it barely works. Like, there we go. Oh, you're back.
I am. Yeah, so at least I now have a reason for why my fucking fans were being so loud.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant like you had your fans in your room. That makes more sense.
No, so my PCIe, or PCIe cable, the one that connects to your graphics card, for some odd reason, it branches into 2 different PCIe connectors. Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Good. Which, okay, fair enough. If you want to run a dual GPU system, then that's very convenient. However, they split at an extremely inconvenient fucking part. They split very close to each other, so you can't have one PCIe end tucked away, while the other one is actually plugged in. Both of them are just out. One of them is just sticking out awkwardly, and it's always been something that I've been a little nervous about.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this exact reason, because one of them had lodged themselves into my third GPU fan. So that's nice.
Yeah. But as I was saying, I've actually been going on the entire time you're gone. But
Good job, Joe.
I was talking about how my controller, I had a recent funny scare of it being broken again. But the funny pause button is kind of broken. But the workaround is, because I'm using a PlayStation controller, the gamepad little like button there, I don't know if you know a PlayStation controller, but it has like a gamepad button on it.
Yeah.
That is just like only used on PlayStation, so on PC it basically just correlates. Like you press it, it's the exact same as the pause button. So I got my funny pause button does work, and so my controller actually does work perfectly fine still, other than the actual real pause button. So if I want to play on PlayStation again, which I probably will never do, unless it's like the PlayStation exclusive, which I don't ever see myself playing.
Yeah.
That'll suck, but it works for what I want it to work for, and that's all that matters.
There's something really cool about Xbox controllers. I don't know if PlayStation has the same thing, but you know how you have the home button on the Xbox controllers?
Yeah.
On PC, that'll actually open up Steam in controller mode.
Oh.
you have it set to that. It's not the most consistent.
Yeah.
But... Oh yeah, I gotta send you the picture of how I have my my solution to the PCIe cable, and then you can flash it on screen.
Yeah, totally.
I would end your recording real quick, and then start a new one just in case.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll be right back. And we're
remember
back.
The time. Well, yeah, it'll be right at the beginning of this recording, so you don't have to remember a timestamp.
Yeah.
But this was my solution. I sent it on Instagram.
Okay. Would you like to describe it so that people will know what it is when they see it on screen?
I did. With the PCIe cable.
Oh, I thought you meant the funny... Because I remember you talking about the funny, like, pencil thing you had that was holding the graphics card up to reduce...
Yeah.
Dropping.
I just sent the picture of my solution on Instagram. You'll know.
Yeah.
As soon as you see it.
Yeah. Oh, wiener time. But, yeah, you wanna... actually, I'm gonna say one last thing real quick now that you're here, because I wanted to save this for when you were here, because it's relevant to what we talked about last time.
Yeah.
So you remember how the funny gamer subs, they got a cease and desist from pretty much like the Secret Service, the White House?
Yeah.
Well, that same YouTube group, funnily enough, funny, but the group, the guys that had the flavor lean, they have a new series of like the funny waifu cup out. They got like the cup t-shirt, and they got like a cool little mouse pad. Well, it's not little, it's like a giant mouse pad. But what they basically made their like waifu of was the Secret Service. So they have this like funny anime babe as like dressed up as like Secret Service, and that's their that's their line out, which is actual like gaming, like actual baller.
Yeah, pretty fucking based.
Yeah, I can't wait to see like Joe Biden as an anime bitch with giant titties.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Unironically, that'd be fucking hilarious.
So epic. But yeah, that's that funny gamer subs funny time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ow. But yeah, you got anything you want to talk about now?
Yeah. Staying on topic with PC troubles.
Yeah.
Helldivers 2.
Uh-huh.
Now, back when I want to say I forget what the war bond is called. I think it's like Futuristic Patriots or some shit.
Uh-huh.
It's the war bond that had all the armors that gave you resistance to electric damage. Which is funny because at the time, a lot of people were being team killed by the electric weapons on accident.
Yeah.
Because they would arc to the teammates. But a lot of people were saying that they noticed a pretty bad decrease in performance on PC. And I didn't notice anything. I was still getting like 90 frames per second on decently high settings. But now, the past 2 Warbond seasons, I've noticed that the performance for me has gotten progressively worse. To the point where now, when I'm in missions, I can't get above 40 FPS anymore.
Yeah.
Which is fucking pitiful. Now, there are a lot of different things that correlate to this. A lot of them are completely nonsensical and just make zero fucking sense whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Including a bug where apparently if you have your friends list on either PlayStation or Steam not set to public, it will basically halve your fucking frame rate.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck my friends list has to do with my performance in game, but alright. Another thing is if you open the pause menu when you are playing Helldivers, for some odd reason, for the rest of that play session, your frame rate will be cut by like 30 fucking frames.
Yeah.
And I ran a little test where I just stood on my ship and walked around with my normal settings, and the highest frame rate I got was, I think, 52. And then I turned all of the settings to the on graphics, display, everything to the lowest possible values.
Yeah.
And I turned all like motion blur, everything off. Yeah, you play with motion blur? Yeah, I do. I think it looks nice. And I noticed about a 6-frame difference in performance. And at the same time, when I turned everything on Ultra, I noticed a similar lack of impact on my frame rate. So what the fuck? Like, what? The only, like, significant impact there was when I would move my, my render scale up to Ultra Super Sampling, which is, like, 200% render scale. That obviously took my frame rate down quite a bit, but that's understandable. But then every other setting, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And a lot of people have offered different solutions, like, clearing your shader cache, which is really weird to do with Helldivers, because they, like, removed the ability to see the folder, so you have to set your launch option to a certain, like, command, basically, that forces the old shaders to delete themselves. I didn't notice any significant increase in performance, at least not one that lasted. Excuse me. And of course, there was also a lot of people saying that you need to put the game in DirectX 11 instead of DirectX 12, which is the default. However, they removed the ability to do that, so that's not an option anymore. There is a way to force it to launch into DirectX 11, but it hasn't really worked for me, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Also, yeah, my PC fans are much quieter now.
Real.
I can still hear one of them, like, their little, like, creak that it has because, like, the bearing in it is bad or something, I don't know. But that's it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, Helldivers 2 has just progressively gotten worse and worse with its performance. And I posted that little test on Reddit, and it got, like, 6,000 upvotes, it got 1,000 comments. But there was one comment that stood out to me. There was a dude that said that there was nothing wrong with the game, that I had a potato PC, that I didn't know how that obviously I didn't know how computers worked, and he accused me of disabling my graphics card and pretending that I didn't have one. This is almost verbatim what he said.
Yeah, I think he's honestly right. Like, it sounds pretty accurate.
To make the game, I don't know, like, what he thought my motive was, to make the game look worse for updates on Reddit. I don't know, but
That was it, yeah, he got you.
it was some real Looney Tune shit. So I commented back, I said, I genuinely cannot tell if you're trolling or just the biggest dumbass to ever open Reddit.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of a back and forth, and he asked me if I was brand new to PCs, which, granted, I'm no, like, veteran when it comes to building PCs or anything like that. But I'm definitely not, like, new anymore. Like, I know my shit to a certain degree. It's just, I don't know. And then eventually the dude just deleted his comments.
Yeah.
And so I was like, alright, man, what was the point of that?
He wanted to beat you up and call you mean names, but then he got called out and lost and he peed his pants. Went home.
I guess. Now, I've noticed that, like, all over Reddit, is that there will always be a few people that think they know everything about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And will immediately rush to try and correct you on something.
Yeah, I feel like that's like most social media.
With Reddit, it is noticeably worse.
Yeah. Reddit and I imagine Twitter, that's like notorious for that kind of shit.
Twitter, I feel like it's more like, oh, you have this haircut that is from another person's culture that also isn't my own, and I'm going to get offended for that person for that culture at you.
Fucking hate Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter is. Sorry, X is a.
No, it's Twitter.
Cesspool. Yeah.
Fuck you,
I
Elon.
remember at one point, I commented on this video of this dude showing off his like cool
His balls.
blade. Yeah, and I mentioned my really cool
Balls.
knife. Yep. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. I'm supposed to find this client and follow bloodstains, but there's
Don't do that.
bloodstain. Yeah, you're right, man.
Quit the
But
game.
this other dude asked what the model was, but he didn't do it like a normal person. He wasn't like, oh yeah, what's the model? I might buy it if it's good. He was like, well, you didn't provide screenshots, so it's obviously not as good as, or you didn't provide a model name, so it's obviously not as good as you're saying it is.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so I provided the model name, and it went on for a bit of him, like, I guess trying to clap at me for not being specific enough. And then he finally found it, and then said something about the material it was made out of, and how usually knives made of that material are garbage and should be thrown in the trash with their mall knives. I was like, yeah, man, I'm sure you know a lot about the knife that I've been using for a year and a half and haven't had any issues with. I'm sure you know more about it than I do.
Yeah, no, he knows everything. You should probably just throw it out.
Yeah, no, you're right. He knows more about he's had a, despite the fact that he's only looked at a picture of it, he knows more about it than I do using it.
Yeah, yeah.
He knows my experience better than me, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you're talking to the knife guy.
Yeah, exactly. And then, he also got called out by somebody else for looking up just random Google shit that just wasn't correct, I guess. I don't know. The comment thread carried away after that, and I was like, alright, this dude's just getting flamed now. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. I seriously don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here.
Oh, that's... fart.
Okay, sorry, there are 2 bloodstains, but they don't, like, lead anywhere.
You're being led on.
Really, yeah.
It's actually all just fake and lies. You're falling for it.
Yep. But, yeah. Kind of unrelated, moving on to the next topic, but, I want to talk a little bit about Markiplier. Markiplier
but that's not unrelated. You're just talking about a YouTube video. Markiplier's on YouTube.
Markiplier,
It's a YouTube video.
He pretty much just finished Iron Lung, I guess, the movie.
Yeah, I heard.
And he released a video basically just talking about the whole experience he's had. And it wasn't until today that I realized how much of my, I don't know, my ideal career path has been influenced by this man.
Yeah.
He's always been my, apparently I found the client on accident. He's always been my all-time favorite YouTuber, bar none.
Yeah.
I've been watching him since I was like fucking 6.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't until today that I realized how much of an influence he had over my, like, aspirations, I guess.
Yeah.
It was a really weird, like, aha moment, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. I didn't even think about it myself. 20 FNAF first, and then...
I'm mostly talking about, like, how I plan to live my life.
But I mean, it's just like, he's, like, influenced your life overall.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
From childhood is FNAF, and then, like,
now...
Oh,
no, absolutely, 1000%.
Now it's funny YouTube video time.
Alright, I just got ran over. I was also influenced by Markiplier.
You always say it, but this is exactly why we need an animator. It's just mid-conversation, you just get hit by a car. Get up, like, alright, just get up perfectly fine. Alright, I just got run over by a car.
Why isn't he following me? Is he supposed to follow me? Come on, dumbass, let's go. But no, like with Markiplier, he started out on YouTube and kind of used his platform on YouTube to make much larger projects, like the little YouTube movies he started, and now an actual movie. Can you stop fucking...
I feel like a lot of people go on that...
Can you just get over here, you little fucking dumbass?
I feel like a lot of people go on that same trend where they build up a community on YouTube and start branching off and doing bigger projects.
No, but that's, like... I've known for a while that is exactly what my plan is, because I've mentioned multiple times that I've been writing stories for a very long time, and I want to do movies or TV shows or something with it. And I've already started YouTube. That's also been another like goal of mine since I was a kid. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Who the fuck wouldn't?
Yeah.
Or a content creator in some form.
God.
But
Goofy. What the hell?
my plan since like 2 years ago was, okay, I'm gonna try and get big on YouTube, and then I'm going to use that platform to, you know, fund bigger projects.
Yeah.
Which, and realize until today is... That idea alone was probably given to me by Markiplier. Not like that he personally told me to go do that or anything. But...
Yeah, no, he sent me an email.
Yeah, no, me and Markiplier are actually best. My best friend is Markiplier.
Yeah, he's gonna be on
Joe's best friend is Jacksepticeye.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get Jacksepticeye on the podcast. I know we mentioned forever ago. It was legal reasons we couldn't get him, but now that Markiplier's done with the movie, we might actually be able to get him on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, whenever you're done with this, I want to talk about some of the old episodes because I've rewatched the first few.
Absolutely. I finally got this fucking dumbass. Like I had to push him out of the area I found him in order to get him to follow me. But
yeah.
Finally got the job done, I guess. But again, I didn't realize how much of my fucking like philosophy when it comes to content creation and my work ethic. Not with content creation. My work ethic with content creation is fucking horrible. But my work ethic when it comes to my projects, specifically my passion projects, just how much it has been almost like fucking MK Ultra'd into my brain by Markiplier. Genuinely, like I don't know. Suddenly after today, I feel like I have a lot to thank that man for.
Yeah.
Goddamn. I always knew he'd be a massive inspiration for me, but down to my very, like, core thinking process for my projects is crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, were you about to say something? I'm sorry, I've droned on for long enough about Mark.
Well, I wanted to talk about some of the older StenchCast episodes. As I mentioned, I mean, I was gonna say I doubt anyone listening now has watched those, but those have way more views than our more recent ones. But
right.
Our first episodes, I remember I forget which one, but like at the end of one, I was like, yeah, and we're trying to get Jacksepticeye on the podcast here. But it got me so good. I was cackling up because I forgot about that. It's just like, I mean, we're in contact with Jacksepticeye. We're trying to get him on, but you know, it's a little bit more convincing. We'll finally get him.
Yeah.
But
when it's a little more lucrative.
Yeah, yeah, it's just got me. But I also want to talk about how we've definitely we have improved so much in the podcast aspect. Like the episodes are actually just so much better than they were.
I agree, but my first thought was like, we stopped doing the two perspectives thing.
Yeah. Just got lazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We kind of developed lazier versions of how we edited before.
Well, I mean more so in the recording aspect, yeah. because there are multiple times in this beginning episodes where there's just like 5 seconds of like awkward silence like every so often. It's just like, all right, you can say something like like
just fill the empty air.
Yeah, that's when we still like made topics back then. And I kept getting like self-conscious of it.
We still like try to brainstorm what we have to talk about. But
which is never much for me anyway. But
except for last episode.
Oh yeah,
we were fucking...
I was just like, I had like every story and a half. I think I even like had like 1 or 2 I forgot to mention, but I have obviously forgot about that. I have the memory of a fucking lobotomite goldfish.
The lobotomite has returned.
I always want to say I have the memory of a goldfish, but then I remember like it's... Funnily enough, I remember that there's something about it where it was like debunked where goldfish actually have a good memory.
Every time for me as well. Every fucking time. As you were saying that, that was my first thought.
Yeah, so
I saw the fucking records on the wall in this office, and it's just a D in the center of them, and my first thought was the Dungeons and Dragons Beyond. Because it looks like the D in when you get the notifications from it. I'm sorry.
Just brain dead. But yeah, that's why I said a lobotomite goldfish, because you can't have good memory if you're lobotomized. You're dumb.
That's not entirely true. It doesn't fuck with your hippocampus, you fucking idiot.
I took out your hippocampus. I took out your hippo. No more hippo.
What are you talking about a hippo?
Your Wi-Fi's bad. No boing boing.
What's Wi-Fi?
Real. But yeah, there's like awkward silence.
What is OBS? Why does it say recording? What?
I am not recording. I'm retarded.
What is this game? What? Whose house am I in?
Where are we going? That's an old one.
It's an early out Friday.
Yeah. But yeah, funny StenchCast. We still have moments where, I mean, obviously we trail off. Like someone will just say like one thing, and like 1 second will pass, and the other person will completely forget everything they were just saying, aka me.
Oh yeah.
But
I do it plenty. I feel like I still do it pretty often.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember now what I was gonna say earlier. But when I had that, like, however long it was just me here talking when you were gone, I was a little bit self-conscious. I was trying to fill the space as best I could, like talking about bullshit. And even whenever I had like, I was like, all right, like I kind of run out of something. I still tried to quickly come back and think of something, and I think I did pretty damn good, because I instantly just went to talking about Kingdom Hearts, and that filled up like almost all the time.
Yeah.
But
wait, did it actually?
Yeah, no, I just the entire time you're gone, I was just absolutely yapping about Kingdom Hearts, and then my controller, and I think a funny flying turkey work story.
Yeah.
But yeah, the funny early out Friday, where are we going bit, that was a little inside joke from like way long ago, and the only reason I remembered it was because me and Jordan were talking about making videos of us going through our old DMs.
Oh my god!
And making a video, which, you know, it'll be like a movie at that point with how fucking long our DMs are. But I would get Discord and he would get Instagram.
And Snapchat.
Yeah, and Snapchat.
Because Snapchat doesn't have a whole lot.
Yeah, well, it does have a lot, but compared to Instagram and Discord, it doesn't have a lot. As well as Instagram has like 1.5 million reels that you have to fucking go through. So that'll definitely be fun.
Oh, I thought this was the fucking.
But
I don't want to use this.
Yeah, that'll be epic, funny, fun time and such. That. Yeah, I tried sitting down and editing a video today, but I have like not six, but I have like, wait, it's open right here. I have 5 recordings of just content warning.
Yeah.
So, just like, oh
now,
god, I have
the
to edit all this.
I need to edit a content like probably 3 more content warning videos.
Yeah, we got quite
so
a few.
I can finally delete all of that footage, and then actually be able to record something else.
Yeah,
That'd be quite nice.
that indeed it would.
But actually, that leads me into my horror video thing. My horror game video essay.
Yeah.
I have decided that I'm going to split it into multiple parts because if I do everything that I want to do for that video, it is going to be very long and very disjointed.
Yeah.
So I've decided that I'm going to make it into multiple parts. And good news, I'm almost done with the first part. It will be out very soon.
Yes!
Indeed. Alright, time to mow people down with M16.
In real life.
Yeah. And then go home and play GTA.
Yeah. But you had to wait for your computer to crash like 7 times before that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ugh.
But... yeah, no, I am dedicating quite a large portion of my video to a game called Presentable Liberty. Which is easily one of the most profound fucking games, or just pieces of art in general, that I've ever engaged with.
Yeah.
It is definitely the most depressing game that I've ever played and watched.
Yeah.
And it's definitely had a large impact on, I don't know, my view of indie games, I guess, and my memory, because I think about that game at least once a month.
Yeah.
It comes to my mind very often, and every once in a while I'll rewatch Markiplier's video where he sat down for an entire hour and played the game.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, and I realized that he was in the funny Game Grumps office while he was playing that.
Oh, really? Was he?
Yeah, because I looked at his webcam. I was like, that doesn't look like any Markiplier background, and I noticed.
No, I remember that. Yeah.
I noticed the window in the back because that was like a. I mean, Game Grumps never had face cam except for like very rare occasions, but they always mentioned like someone like looking into the window in the recording room, and Mark even mentioned like at some point in the game he was like, yeah, I'm in the Grumps office.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool thing.
I knew he wasn't recording like at his house. I knew he had mentioned that he was borrowing someone else's space.
In the Game Grump
but
office.
For some odd reason, I noticed that it wasn't what I thought it was the last time I watched it. But for some odd reason, as a kid, I always thought it was some living room.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is in there.
Couch.
They do record on a couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he mentioned it was the microphone because it kept like going away from his face, and he was like, I don't know what the Game Grumps going on in here, but their fucking microphone sucks.
Yeah.
He didn't actually say that, but you know, it's
he mentioned that it was someone else's microphone a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a very depressing game, and I go into a pretty in-depth analysis of it. And I talk a little bit about the creator of the game as well, Robert Brock. I'm not going to go into that here because it's a little sensitive.
Yeah.
But
if you want to hear it, tune into the video coming out soon.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the horror, I've decided that it's going to be indie game horror. Like, it's not going to be mainstream horror games. As much as I love Silent Hill, I am not recording a shit ton of Silent Hill for a video. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Silent Hill is way too fucking long for that.
Yeah.
Or at least it is for me, because I'll spend 8 fucking hours backtracking, trying to find something that I missed, like, 3 hours back.
Yeah.
I remember, like, my first time playing Silent Hill 2, I want to say? Is that the one where you're playing as James Sunderland? Do you know any Silent Hill stuff?
No idea.
I'm 99% sure it was 2, because I think 3 is the one where you're playing as... Cheryl? I don't remember fucking the blonde girl with the white fucking jacket vest.
I've only seen clips of the Game Grumps playing one of the Silent Hill games, and they were playing it on the Wii, and it was all the Wiimote
Epic.
Controls kept going on the screen. I thought that was funny, as they were screaming and running away from monsters in the fog.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to do that. I also don't want to pay for a bunch of horror games that I don't have on my PC. Which I wouldn't have to do that because I have a lot of the horror games that I would want to cover on my Xbox, actually.
Yeah.
I have Silent Hill 2 and 3 on my Xbox. And I also have Outlast and quite a number of other horror games, but I can't be fucked to try and set up recording that, because I remember at one point, before I ever had my PC, I tried using my laptop to stream Silent Hill from my Xbox, and I mean, I could do it, but it's not that great.
Yeah, I tried. I remember I had that funny capture card there, and I remember playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on one of the StenchCast episodes, and it actually looked fairly decent. Like there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I don't have a capture card.
Yeah, no, this was like some like fucking like $20 capture card on Amazon, which wasn't bad because it was working fine at the time. But I remember it wasn't like recently, but not too long ago, I tried playing Kingdom Hearts again on my PlayStation. This is before it came out on Steam, obviously, and I put it like I played it on the capture because it was weird because it only, well, I say weird, but this is probably how capture cards only, or this is how they always work, but it only opened up in OBS, so the OBS like recording screen was it, so I just maximized that and made it the whole screen so I could play the game. And because I wanted to do that while I had on my PC, so I could put like a video on the side or something and like watch a podcast or something or whatever, do whatever on another monitor while I played the game, because that's just how I like playing games. And you can't really do that on PlayStation, but when I went to do that, it just didn't work. It did work, but it was like there was like a delay. So like I would like do an input on my controller, and then like a second or two later it would happen, and I was just like, yeah, this is unplayable. So I never played Kingdom Hearts at that point.
Another thing too is I already have a number of indie horror games on my PC and not on my Xbox. Which
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them are, have console ports, but all right, just fucking one-shotted me. But yeah, there are games that I can already cover like immediately, and they're very short.
Yeah.
Another thing too is there are quite a few indie horror games that are just free, including Presentable Liberty. You can still get it for free on Game Jolt.
Yeah.
Of course, you can still donate to Robert Brock's page, but I don't know if that's actually connected to anything anymore. I don't know if... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would actually go anywhere. Ooh. But yeah, with Game Jolt and itch.io, is it, Joe?
Yeah, itch.io.
Yeah. There are plenty of free indie horror games.
Yeah.
And again, indie horror games that I already have on my PC.
You should talk about FNAF, because that was an indie horror game.
I'm not going to. That is such fucking low-hanging fruit.
Could at least give like a mention, like a little like, oh FNAF, lol.
I was thinking about doing that at the beginning, but I might mention it at the very end, be like, yeah, I'm not going to be talking about FNAF, so sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should be like, all right, and tune in for part 2 where we're gonna be talking about FNAF.
And then it's just never mentioned again.
Yeah, no, never touched upon.
Real.
Is he gonna talk about FNAF yet?
All right. Yeah, no, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's also just analyses on FNAF are also just way too fucking oversaturated.
Yeah. If you don't know the entire lore and try to build upon it with your own knowledge, then you like who cares? Fuck you.
Yeah. I could Well, there is one thing I could talk a little bit about, and that's how FNAF absolutely fucking sucks balls now.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I don't know. That's also just another way oversaturated topic.
I mean, the second VR game is pretty cool. I like it. I mean, obviously, I never played it.
I'm talking about
Security Breach.
Security Breach.
Yeah. Security Breach was a mess. Ruin, they definitely fixed a bunch of things, but I don't know. By itself, the Ruin DLC is pretty good, I say.
Yeah.
But in the FNAF franchise, it's definitely like a bit
the lowest.
A bit out there, but different from the norm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, very long-winded way of saying I'm not going to talk about FNAF.
Yeah. Even though we already, well, I guess you already said you're not going to talk about FNAF, but then we still went into detail, specific, excruciating detail of how you're not going to do that.
I fucking hate this game.
Yeah.
This game that I grew up with.
For real.
And fucking obsessed over for like 9 years. Never!
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 9 years, though. Oh, that still would have been like last year as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
I'd say
yeah,
it was
12.
Yeah. Well, FNAF 1 came out in 2014.
Ah, so 10 years, yeah.
I want to say about 7 years, maybe.
Yeah.
No, not even.
I'd say 10 for me. I still, like, watch a good bit of FNAF content. I mean,
no, you don't understand. I mean, genuinely obsessed. I still follow FNAF content.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But, like, actually genuinely obsessed, I'd say it was probably, like, 5 or 6 years.
I was pretty obsessed.
To a point of genuinely concerning obsession.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far, but I was pretty obsessed with it, at least until Ultimate Custom Night came out. And after that, I was like, alright, these games are kind of getting just like, who cares at this point?
For me, I think my hype for the game died out, like, right before FNAF World released.
Yeah.
Like, before I even knew about the game.
Yeah.
I loved Sister Location at the time, but as I kind of grew into my own headcanons, Sister Location does not exist in my headcanon universe.
Yeah.
So much overcomplicated bullshit.
I like it up to Ultimate Custom Night.
The animatronics have sound discs that make you hallucinate and think that they're actually people, and they're also androids.
Yeah.
And also, this man has a fucking endoskeleton inside of his body.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Why?
Fucking, what? What are you?
Yeah, I mean, that last one, you can kind of
What are
give...
you yapping about?
That last one, you can kind of give credit, because, like, oh yeah, we stuffed, like, children into animatronics. They fused together to make fucking, like, goo, and now they're sentient. Like, oh, okay.
I think it was more of, like, for me, it was always like, oh yeah, they dispose of the bodies by hiding them in the suits. And then the children's spirits, like,
Are there.
basically got stuck possessing those suits as if they were bodies.
Yeah.
Like, a animated body. I don't know.
Animatronic!
I never... Dude! I never really thought too hard about that.
Yeah.
But... Yeah. FNAF.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the FNAF rant for today.
Yeah, I've already gone on the whole fucking FNAF rant when me and Joe were playing Payday 2, that one episode. I don't remember what episode it was. It was a while ago.
I forgot that we played Payday 2 together on Stench.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was the funny Shadow Raid as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've gone on that whole rant more than enough. Yeah, I think... Oh, yeah. I want to talk about how fucking rigged YouTube is.
Yeah.
So, I upload a Left 4 Dead video.
Uh-huh.
It gets like 30-something views in the first 2 days, and then it starts slowly gathering more traction. Hits around 1,000, and then just kind of plateaus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. That's kind of usual. Joe uploads a Left 4 Dead video, and in the first fucking 24 hours gets 300 views. Fuck you. Also, I release a content warning video. Keep in mind, my Left 4 Dead videos, for some odd reason, when it comes to impressions, they are up in, like, the tens of thousands. Meaning, that is how many times they get put on the recommended feed of people's YouTube accounts.
Yep.
And then my content warning video, for some reason, was in, like, the low double digits. And it's like, what the fuck?
It's because it's not Left 4 Dead.
But, like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like YouTube just randomly decides, yeah, we're not gonna recommend this video to anybody. Sorry, man.
Yeah, that's just, that's pretty much just because it wasn't a Left 4 Dead video at that point.
Yeah, sure.
Because, no, like, genuinely, because most of the people subscribe to our channels are there for the Left 4 Dead content. Like, they subscribe because we played Left 4 Dead, they're only gonna watch the Left 4 Dead videos. So they see we put another video out, and they just ignore it, and then YouTube's like,
no,
oh,
that's
okay,
not
well,
what I'm
they're not
saying.
gonna... Well,
That's not what I'm saying. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't click on it, so YouTube's like, all right, we won't just,
Yeah,
we
I
just
get what
won't
you're
give it to anyone else then, because they obviously don't want to watch it, so no one's gonna see it now. We're gonna throw it away.
Yeah. I guess, but it's still just, it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, that's the struggle of trying to break into variety content when you get big on one thing only.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier when you have like a larger audience, but especially with us with like small audiences, it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know.
But the videos, I mean, granted, it's only like 30-40 views for our content warning video, but it's still got views, so there's at least some people that want to watch, you know, and it's always, I find it nice, because...
It's always the most, like, dedicated viewers.
Yeah, yeah, because, like, the same people you see comment...
At least allows you to interact with them more.
Yeah, the same people you see comment on, like, every other videos on that video, it's like, ah, yeah, they actually... That's, like, an actual fan that, like, actually finds me funny and wants to watch my shit. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, that part is really nice.
Yeah.
But still, like, if I want to genuinely make money on YouTube, that is going to be a pain in the ass.
A little bit. Unless you
Because
just want to sign your soul away to Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Me and Joe are both quite close to full monetization.
Oh, yeah. I'm like... because we both just need the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I am, like, single digit, like, 5 subscribers away from 700. So I'm over, like, over 3/4 of the way there. No, I'm not. Almost 3/4 of the way there. I forgot math for a minute there. But yeah, it's gonna be epic when that happens.
Yeah?
I'm gonna go see Santa Claus. I'm gonna be on the nice list. No, I'm not. On the naughty list.
Because of the content we make?
I was gonna
say in our content.
I was gonna say the 3 huggers, but we don't have to bring that up on the podcast. I'm still sorry about that, man. I didn't know they were yours.
Still sorry? You didn't even say sorry in the first place.
I mean, that's fair. I kind of wasn't.
You're just saying sorry now to save face in front of the people.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I'm really not sorry. I don't really care, but anyway, any more topics for today?
Not on my chart, it seems.
Well, I think we're pretty good, because this second part is 43 minutes I'm at, and I don't remember what the first one was at, because I started recording like half an hour before we actually started the episode, because I thought we were going to start it half an hour before we did, but we didn't, so...
Yeah.
PC didn't crash, so maybe it's just the more intensive games, so maybe I'll have to check, maybe my graphics card is on its last legs or something, maybe something wrong with my fans, I don't know. But, you know, Kingdom Hearts, a not too intensive game, runs on a fucking PlayStation 2. It didn't really break the PCs, so I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. Runs on, wait, isn't it on Nintendo Switch now as well?
No, it's it's on Nintendo Switch, but it's through funny cloud
Okay.
streaming service I mentioned, which sucks and balls, and no one likes it, which is pretty obvious because it sucks balls.
Real.
But yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll end off the video here by plugging our fart. We've been StenchCast. We are the stench that you smell.
We're Stench Boys making a big noise.
Yeah, that is us. We don't use any of our fucking slogans. It reeks. The one you just said, that's pretty much all. We like never say those, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. Who cares?
Real.
Yeah, we've been funny StenchCast on YouTube, to a lesser degree Spotify, soon to be caught up. We have a Discord. It's free to join. You should definitely check that out. There's some people here already. You can come hang out with fellow stench people, stinky men, large, stinky,
Stink
sweaty
smellers.
men, aka us.
Yeah.
We do have a Patreon, but don't worry about that at the moment. It is $5 a month, but just keep that in your little denim jeans pocket for a couple months here until we get that back up and going. Pretty much just me, because my Wi-Fi sucks. I can't upload anything, or else it takes like 3 fucking years for some reason, because Patreon's like penis fart. But
Yeah.
but once I get better internet, move out and all that, it'll all start being betterized, be all cut up. There'll be exclusive content on the Patreon. This is stuff to look forward to. Exclusive content, behind the scenes maybe, I don't know. I don't know how plausible early access to episodes is, considering our early access was like 2 days early, and we're literally recording this 2 days before it's supposed to go out. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to get in a good enough schedule to start doing that or not, but we'll see. But we still have plenty of other stuff planned for StenchCast Patreon. I still have a recording from like episode 20 or something of we were playing Supreme Commander, and that's when we started gatekeeping the second perspective for Patreon. Not actually, but
Yeah.
it was like it was just the rest of that match. I doubt anyone's gonna care about it, but if you do, that'll be coming out in a couple months. So I'm sorry, but look, it's like a movie. Just think of it as a movie, you know. The second movie is coming out in like a year after the first one, so it's only $5 for a ticket. So it's gonna be pretty good. And we also have our main channels, which we talked about. You definitely know about them, because there's no way you know about our main channels or know about StenchCast and our main channels. It's just not possible. I don't believe you if you say that. If you say that, you're actually banned.
You're lying.
You're perma-banned from the channel. You're never allowed to be here again. But yeah, we have funny main channels, epic funny videos.
All right.
Coming out whenever the fuck, because we can't keep a consistent schedule for the life of us. But but once we start getting actually paid for it, maybe we'll change our minds and actually start uploading normally. But we'll see about that. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for today. Anything else you'd like to add at the end here?
Just that I've been having sex with Joe's mom.
Oh, not again. Dang it. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week for the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.